Oh my god,
What's up, people of the internet? My name is Hondro, and I'm seated again here today with Forrest, aka Funky Dude One, and we're doing something a little different. So, as you all know, storage space has been somewhat of a living nightmare for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of trainers. Frankly, for me, it's been a nightmare for over 6 months. And the fact that we still only have 1,500 storage space, they are releasing at least like 4 new shinies a month, plus the community, so at least 5 new shinies a month, it seems like. It's a problem. And then you've got new legendaries coming out every month. And Forrest here.
We're bringing you a special episode that we are going to call Pokemon Hoarders.
Yeah.
You know, there's animal hoarders in this world. This is Pokemon Hoarders. I'm going to sit with Loco Hondro here, go through his Pokemon collection, and see if we can free up at least some spaces.
So
like, it'd be nice if we could get maybe 5 more slots in your storage.
What Forrest is classifying as hoarding, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't have hardly anything in my decks that I can part with. And it's for good reasons, okay? Which you will see. I will be vindicated with this.
He's going to attempt to justify every reason, every Pokemon that's in his storage.
Oh, no. Okay, good. Oh,
he thought he almost had to
keep a Diglett right there. Oh, man. That would have been a nightmare. Okay. All right, well, we're going to start off. So as you can see right now, I've got 1497 storage, and that's because I've only got 6 out of 9 eggs. So if I had a full egg stack, it would be 1,500 right now. The only reason I don't have 7 7K eggs is because I can't open any more gifts today. Okay. So that's the only thing preventing me from being at 1,500 right now. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to sort storage. Oh, goodness gracious. We're going to sort by number. And, yeah, we're just going to kind of go through the list, and I'm going to justify why everything exists as it exists.
And to preempt this, I already understand some of the things, like shinies are pretty much a given, 100% are pretty much a given is why they're staying.
And for me, Legacy Movesets.
And for him, Legacy Movesets are a big thing.
So
I've kind of understood those things from him. But I know that he's also somebody who has a tendency to collect 3 of things.
Okay, there are a couple of things. We'll get into that. All right, without further ado, we're starting with the Bulbasaur through Venusaur family. So first up, 98 Bulbasaur. He's not going anywhere. Second up, 2 other shiny Bulbasaurs. I'm not getting rid of them. Shiny Ivysaur isn't going anywhere. Hundo maxed out Venusaur, not going anywhere. Shiny Venusaur, not going anywhere. The only things that can be the 98 Venusaur also not going in. The only things that can be in question are this 91 and 93 Venusaur. So I'm going to click on the 91 Venusaur. It is Solar Beam and Vine Whip, but it is also my oldest Venusaur and falls into a guaranteed lucky trade.
Oh yeah, that's the other caveat.
He's not going anywhere. The other Venusaur, that is the 93, has Frenzy Plant. So that's the special moveset that it only learned on Community Day. So that Venusaur is also not going anywhere. Now we get into the Charmander through Charizard family. You can see, obviously, most of these are shinies. There is a 98 Charmander. The 93 Charmander is on the cusp as far as being a keeper or not. I could probably spare 1 slot there and get rid of that 93 Charmander.
You unstar it right now.
Okay, I can unfavorite this 93 Charmander. Okay, actually, hang on. Let me verify. It's from this year. It probably won't have any. But wait, I have this up here so I can verify that there's no legacy movesets. Okay, Charmander has no legacy moves, so Charmander can be unstarred. So we're at a tally of
plus 1.
Yeah, we've got +1 storage space if I choose to delete this Charmander. Shiny Charmeleon isn't going anywhere. 96 Charmeleon isn't going anywhere. Another shiny Charmeleon. Okay, this one's a 93. It's from this year. It probably doesn't have any legacies.
We're making progress.
Okay, if it had Scratch, it would be Legacy, but it doesn't because this is a new Charmeleon. So this one's a potential gone also. All right, so that's potentially 2 spots. None of the shiny Charizards are going anywhere. The Hundo Charizard, all the ones that are XX are Hundos, so there's 3 of those. They're not going anywhere. The 96 isn't going anywhere. This one has a Legacy. Oops. The 87 here has a Legacy move, which I believe is Ember. It has to be Ember. Oops. Charizard. So Charizard, Ember, and Wing Attack are both Legacy moves, as well as Flamethrower and obviously Blast Burn. So Ember is a quick attack Legacy. It's not that Charizard's not going anywhere. We've got this 93. I could potentially get rid of this, but I mean, it's a Charizard. I spent 125 candies on it.
But
no,
just
but
potentially unstarred.
No, but
just unstarred.
Charizard's not getting unstarred. And this one here is Char Legacy. So this is actually the first ever wild Charizard that I ever caught. It was like 20 days into the game's existence, and it also has dual Legacy moves. So both Wing Attack and Flamethrower are Legacy move sets. And it's a guaranteed lucky trade with somebody that has less than 10 luckies. So the only way I would ever get rid of this, because it does have terrible IVs, but the only way I would ever get rid of this Charizard is if somebody had a Charizard that had dual Legacies in the same fashion that this one does, and then we could trade it to get guaranteed lucky with dual Legacy moves. So that's the only way I would ever get rid of this Charizard. Otherwise, that Charizard stays exactly where it is. Squirtles.
Eventmons are the tough one on this one.
Squirtle kind of screws the pooch here because, as you can see, I've already marked a bunch of these as trade. Okay. So I've already marked all the lower IV Sunglass Squirtles as trade. So those are already unstarred, and I'm willing to part with them. My best... I've got 2 non-Sunglass Squirtles that are 91. Well, this one is either 91 or 93 down lower. This one is certainly a 91. I could potentially just get rid of those because I already have so many Squirtles. And I've got War Turtles here that are the same. So the worst ones are unstarred already and marked for trade. So that's already a potential for a lot of spots opening, just getting rid of Squirtles. But it sucks because those Sunglass Squirtles are a special trade.
So you can only do one a day.
So you can only do one a day. So at the most, I can only make 1 new spot there per day. And then the rest are shinies, either with sunglasses or without. Those aren't going anywhere. And then Blastoise. Blastoise is pretty similar to Charizard, where I've got a couple of Hundos in there. And then 96s mostly, and then a couple of 93s, and I think all the 93s are going to have... Oh, that one doesn't have it. That one was just a raid boss catch. So I could probably part with that one if it really came down to it. Hopefully, I don't have to, because it's a 93 Blastoise.
He has issues letting go a little bit.
There's Sunglasses one that's in there, and then this one is it's my oldest Blastoise. It has terrible IVs, but it's the first Blastoise I ever evolved. It's guaranteed lucky trade, so that one's not going anywhere for now either.
Did you still have your starter? What was your starter?
My starter was a Bulbasaur, okay. And I trashed that thing a long time ago. Before they even introduced appraising into the game, I had trashed that Bulbasaur. So my oldest Pokemon is a Dugong that was from like the 12th, and I was able to download the game the day after it came out. So we'll move on from the starters. Both these Caterpies, I literally just got out of field research this month. They're both 98s.
Important to mention too that he's kind of going for living dex as well.
Yeah, I do want to have at least, so I'll probably evolve one of these Caterpies to Metapod at some point and just leave it at Metapod. This is my oldest Butterfree. It's not going anywhere. It's a 96. I guess This one I could potentially get rid of. It doesn't have a legacy move or anything like that, and it's only a 93. So that's a potential deletion. I do like to have 3 of each final form just because I like having things in groups of 3s.
OCD
strikes
again.
For now, that Butterfree's not going anywhere. As far as Weedle and Beedrill, I don't even have a Kakuna. I just have Weedle and Beedrill. That Beedrill was one of the actually first hundreds that I caught. I caught it way back in December of 2016. And so that's one of my very first hundreds. So that's obviously not going anywhere. And then this Weedle is a 96 IV and it's 69 CP. So Weedle's never getting involved. He's just going to stay as probably my permanent Weedle unless I end up getting a hundo. In which case I'll still keep that because it's 69 CP. Don't judge me. Now Pidgey through Pidgeot or Pidgeot. I don't have any Pidgeys currently. I've never caught 100 Pidgey to my knowledge. I might have before the appraisal system was in place, but who knows. I do have 2 98 Pidgeotos and 3 98 Pidgeots. Suffice it to say, I'm not getting rid of any of those.
Only because they're high IVs?
Because they're high IV.
Because I tried to justify this, everybody.
Okay, so Pidgeot Mega Evolves.
Yes.
So y'all can suck it. I'm not getting rid of any 98s because they all Mega Evolve. So don't judge me.
But Butterfree doesn't Mega Evolve.
Hey,
and you're
I still got.
I know.
Hey,
I
man,
know.
I've only got 5. Blastoise and Charmander Charizard are way worse offenders than the 5 slots that Caterpie through Butterfree are taking up. All right, and the 5 slots that Pidgey through Pidgeot are taking up. So I've cut those back quite considerably. I used to have a bunch of 96s of in the Pidgey family, and I got rid of all those a while ago. Rattata was a similar situation. I have 100 Rattata. That's going to stay Rattata. I've got a 96 of Rattata and a 96 Alolan Rattata. I should probably just get rid of this 96 Rattata because I have 3 96 Raticates.
And why 3 Raticates?
Because I gotta have 3, bro.
You guys hear this? Just so everybody hears this.
Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna transfer this 96 Rattata right now.
Ooh.
So you know what? It's gone.
There's a guaranteed 1 slot.
So that's gone. All right, it's done. The 96 Raticates aren't going anywhere. Fearow, I don't even have a Spearow. I've got 1 93 Fearow, 1 98. Those aren't going anywhere unless I get a Spearow that's better than 93. Arbok, my 3 highest IVs that I've ever had, those are staying. Pikachu. Now, this is something I've gone through time and time again, and I hate looking at them because I know I should get rid of most of them. I simply cannot part with these. I almost swore there. I can't part with these hat Pikachus because of their collectability. Is that a word? Because they are collectible. That's how I'm gonna phrase it.
But are some of them less collectible than others? Because at this point, I guess.
Okay.
Let me ask the question.
So most of the hats are from the first time that they were ever released.
So let me ask this question though. If Santa Hat Pikachu comes back again this December,
I'm still
becomes a recurring thing that I'm still
not going to get rid of 2016 Santa Hat Pikachus. I will not do it.
But could you narrow it down
to 1? I will not. No.
Why?
Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
I'm the crazy one.
This one's a hundo.
Everybody, I'm the.
And the 2017 ones had present, and there's no way because the 26. Hang on, I gotta find a 2016 one. That's 2017. Oh, that was actually. This was part of the first year though, because this was they did not have present. This is one from the first year.
Mm-hmm. Present was the second year.
This is one from late 2017.
Shiny will be no doubt. This
is another present one. So those are valuable by themselves. The old Santa Hat Pikachus that don't have present are valuable by themselves. Weedachu, this was definitely the first year. This was New Year's Eve. He's never going anywhere. 420 Santa Hat Pikachu will never leave my decks.
Not because of any other reason.
Ever.
And 420 has no significance.
Correct. These. His name is Weedachu, man. I'm not trying to hide anything. There's another one present. So I really don't have hardly any from 20. Most of these are from 2017. So I could probably, if I really took a long, hard look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, and the 10 CP Pikachus are never going anywhere either.
Okay.
So I'm a collector of 10 CP hat Pikachus. I've got most of them. Those aren't going anywhere.
But
But
some of
there
those Santa hats.
just suffice it to say that I could get rid of. I'm not gonna go. There's Surf Pikachu's in here. All my shiny ones have Surf. I've never caught a shiny one outside of Community Day. And then all the other ones are hat Pikachu's or ones with Surf. So suffice it to say that pretty much none of these are going anywhere, with the exception of maybe some of these 2017, because I have quite a few 2017 Santa Hat Pikachu. So I could probably narrow that down to like the two 2016s that I have and two 2017s and call it good.
There's some space. There's some potential space.
So there's space in there. I just have to buckle down and actually do it. Raichus. I only have one Alolan Raichu. I kept my best one. Other Raichus. This one is the only hat Raichu that I actually have.
I was going to say, you do not have all your other hats?
Yeah, it's the only hat Raichu. That's the other thing I need to do would be to evolve some of the ones. Not get rid of all of them and evolve some of them to the hat versions of Raichu. So that would be a totally separate thing that I would need to do. As well as, let's see, I think all these other Raichus are guaranteed luckies, honestly, because there was...
So my question with guaranteed luckies is when are you actually going to take advantage of that?
Whenever the occasion arises, I can't be rushed into making guaranteed lucky trades. I gotta meet someone that wants a Raichu. Don't come at me like that, bro. Don't come at me like that, bro.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate, everybody. Just so everybody knows.
Let's confirm. Oh, Thundershock and Thunder are both. All right, this one's Legacy, not going anywhere. Sorry.
Well, that escalated very quickly.
Yeah. And this one is non-legacy. So this one does not have legacy moves, but that one does. So
and look at that horrible trash 87%.
He is confirmed to. Well, that one can be my guaranteed lucky trade if someone ever wants a guaranteed lucky Raichu for, I don't know, who knows. Don't question me. Moving into Sandshrew. This video is gonna be like 6 hours long, dude.
Can do it by generations. We'll split it up by generations.
Oh, we are probably gonna have to. All right, so Sandshrew here, Sandshrew Sandslash. I literally don't have any regular Sandshrews. Just one Alolan. That's a 96. I have 298 Alolan Sandslashes, 198 regular Sandslash, and 296s.
I'm trying to give into his rule of 3.
Okay, out of the six slots here, do I need to justify these? They're only taking.
I'm giving you the rule of 3.
It's only taking up 6 slots.
That's fine.
Nidoran. I've got Nidoran female here with a 93 is my best surviving Nidoran, and then I have a 0 IV Nidoran, which is not going anywhere. Nidorina. I've got a 93 and a 96, and then I do have 4 Nidoqueens. I know this one, first of all, its CP is elite, and it's the oldest one I have. So it goes nowhere.
The justification is because the numbers are in elite speak.
Correct.
Everybody.
This 91. This 91 could potentially go bye-bye. I don't think Nidoqueen has... Oops. I don't think Nidoqueen has anything that's legacy. So this 91 could just be a straight-up deletion at this point. Not really any reason, especially when I have a 98 and a 96 sitting there.
The struggle is real.
I'm just gonna get rid of it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get rid of the 91.
Okay.
So long, Nidoqueen. I'll praise you one last time. Oh, you have max attack and defense? Oh
no. When are you putting Nidoqueen into a gym or using it? No.
Always. Okay, hang on. I gotta. This 98 attack. Okay, this one's 98 with. Okay, and it's got the exact same moveset. I can. All right, Nidoqueen. It was we had a good run. You know, you're actually my highest CP Nidoqueen too, so that's an additional stressor on me. So, but since this is an episode of Hoarders and we're getting rid of this, farewell, Nidoqueen. Farewell. To the candy grinder you go.
We're at +2, everybody.
Right.
+2 storage spaces.
Nidoking. This one is my oldest one. It's a guaranteed lucky. It's an 89. It goes nowhere.
Okay.
96 Nidoran male. 96 Nidorino male. I don't even have to justify that. That stays. I don't even have a single Clefairy. I have 2 Clefables. They're the best ones I've got. They stay. Vulpix and NineTails. I have 1 Vulpix that I nicknamed after a subscriber. That Vulpix goes nowhere.
Okay.
I have a 98 Alolan Vulpix that I hatched from egg that I got from Hot Pocket. That one stays forever there, as well as another 98 and 96 Vulpix. I actually got rid of my Alolan Vulpixes because they were...
Alolan Ninetales, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, Alolan Ninetales, because they were like a 91 and a 93 or something like that. So I'll probably end up keeping Hot Pockets 98, and then I'll evolve the other 98 to Alolan Ninetales. This Ninetales is marked with an L, so it has a Legacy Moveset. It goes nowhere. That's the 1216. I believe... let's see here. Ninetales. So Ember and Flamethrower. So it's actually a dual Legacy. So that one will absolutely never leave my decks. The other ones are 293s. I don't care. They're staying.
He's not even going to let me try to talk him into it.
Jigglypuff. I've only got 4 Jigglypuff / Wigglytuff, and I think I have maybe 2 Igglybuff. I'm not going to search them right now because that will screw it up. 1 is a lucky Wigglytuff. That was the first lucky trade I ever did. I did that one with Sam on in a video. So if you can look for that. The other one's a 91 Wigglytuff. It's not as good as a 93, but it stays. Zubat, Golbat, and Crobat. Obviously, right here we're only going to see Zubat and Golbat for now. I know one of my Crobats is a Hundo. That was actually one of the very first Hundo Zubat I ever caught back in 2016. I don't remember how I got this other Zubat. Apparently I caught it this year, so another 100 Zubat. The 98's not going anywhere, and then all those 91 Golbats have legacy moves on them. So let's see.
And I tried to ask him
Ominous Wind is legacy on all of them.
About the legacy moves, like the importance of having them if they're not necessarily the best thing to use.
Hey man, that also a guaranteed lucky trade, so suck on that. And not a guaranteed, but close, so suck on that. And almost guaranteed, so suck on that. And then the other one's a 93, so he just doesn't go anywhere because he's my best IV Golbat. So hashtag justified. Moving on to Oddish Gloom Vileplume. When we were talking about doing an episode like this, I actually went through and deleted a 91 Oddish. So now I've got 2 93s. They go nowhere. 193 Gloom. I think that's perfectly fine. And then I have 1 Hundo Vileplume, which will obviously always stay. And then this is my very first Vileplume that is it's guaranteed lucky trade, so it goes nowhere.
Okay.
Paris
now the best Pokemon ever.
Yeah, Paris and Parasect. I don't have any Paris because who needs Paris? My very first Parasect. This was my go-to gym killer for fighting Vaporeons back in the day, and it's also a guaranteed lucky trade. So it's nostalgic for mostly battle reasons. Plus it's guaranteed, so I don't feel like I have to justify that any further.
Okay.
That 98 has a legacy move, which I believe is Bug Bite. Yes, so Bug Bite is a legacy move, and it's a 98, so that one really doesn't need anything explanation further. The next one is a Hundo, and this one also has Bug Bite. So 2 legacy moves there. Don't really feel like that needs any further explanation. I have 1 Venonat. That doesn't really need anything. And then 2 Venomoths with legacy moves. Which it's probably Bug Bite and not Poison Fang would be my guess. So the first one has Bug Bite and so does the second. So both of those are legacy with Bug Bite, and then I just have one other one that's a 96. Diglets. This was another one where when we were talking about this episode, I believe I got rid of a Dugtrio.
I think we did.
I did.
We got rid
so
of one.
I got rid of 1 Dugtrio. I've got one regular Diglett and 1 Alolan Diglett here. Both good IVs. So those are going to go nowhere. I actually have 200 Dugtrios, surprisingly. Random just Diglett catches that I caught. And then the other one is my highest evolved. Other than the 100, I suppose I could probably just get rid. Oh no, that's why I couldn't. That's why.
Oh, it's your California
this was
one.
this was a Disneyland.
His sentimental story.
This was a Disneyland Diglett that I evolved, so this one goes nowhere. And then this one's my only Alolan Dugtrio, so and it was one that I caught from GoFest, so that one will also go nowhere.
Need to name it Hanson though.
No. Moving into the Meowth and Persian family, we've got obviously
all this is fine to me because it's perfect.
Yeah,
this one of each
this
form.
one really doesn't need much explanation. And the Persian is my only one, and it has a legacy move. We can move on. Psyducks, I don't think I don't remember the IVs on these Psyducks, but I mean this is a demon Psyduck 666. And it's top tier, so and I think this 13 CP is also. Yeah, so both of these are actually top tier with max attack, and number 13 is just obviously cool. So is 666. Those are the only 2 Psyducks I have. I will not justify that any further.
But I see down here you have 289 Golducks.
Don't even judge my Golducks.
You have 4 Golducks.
Don't judge
Your
my
rule
Golducks.
of 3 doesn't apply here.
I actually have 389 Golducks. One of them is lucky.
But your rule of 3 doesn't apply here.
You know what? We're gonna look at Golduck right now, and
another opportunity for more space.
There's no legacy moves on Golduck.
The only thing I think is if it's guaranteed lucky.
So this one was a trade. This one was a trade.
That one, it's fine.
This one guaranteed lucky, so suck on that.
Okay.
And this one is from Disneyland, so suck on that.
But does it matter your Golduck from Disneyland?
Hey man, 1 extra Golduck never hurt anybody. Instead of having 3 Psyducks and 3 Golducks, I've got 2 and 4. Boom, done. On to the next. Mangkeys. This is pretty self-explanatory. I got 2 96s. Those are fine. A 96, a 98, and a 93 Primeape. All of them have legacy moves. We don't even have to look at that. They all have legacy moves. I will pull up what Primeape. So either Karate Chop or Cross Chop. This one has Cross Chop as its legacy. Second one has Karate Chop as its legacy. And the third one has both. So the third one is the lowest IV, but it has dual legacy moves. So that's a definite keeper, and it's probably the oldest one of the bunch.
Okay.
It's not quite the oldest one, but close. But it will stay for double legacy. I have 2 Growliths. Now Growlithe is going to get messy. This is going to get messy. Growlithe and Arcanine.
It seems very messy.
I've got
so
2
far.
Growliths. One's a shiny. It's going nowhere. One's a 98.
Fine.
It's going nowhere.
Growlithe's fine.
I have in this bunch 2 Hundo Growlithe or 2 Hundo Arcanines named after my dogs.
Fine.
Those will never go anywhere.
I would almost
a lot of these have L's on them, which means they have probably Bulldoze. So either Bite, Bulldoze, or Flamethrower are all legacy moves on Arcanine. This one could probably just go. It's a 93. It doesn't have.
But you have Hundos. You have everything else.
It doesn't have anything special on it. That one could probably go. This one is
legacy.
Dual legacy with both Bite and Bulldoze. The next one is Dual Legacy with both Bite and Bulldoze. The third one, Fire Fang Bulldoze, single Legacy with Bulldoze there. That's a hundo. This one is single Legacy move with Bite. Let's see. This one is dual Legacy with Bite and Flamethrower. So that one will go nowhere. We've got another 93 here with no legacies. It was a hatch. Okay,
Not guaranteed.
I could get rid of that one.
Okay.
So that's two
more.
two Arcanines. Here's another one. Dual no legacy moves. Nothing special about it. Okay, so that's 3 Arcanines I've already. Snarl Crunch. This one is no legacy moves, but it is a 96, so that one will stay.
But you have hundos.
I'm aware of what I have. I've already conceded.
Why do you need 96 if you have like 5 Growlithe that are above 96?
I've already conceded 3 Arcanines, my friend. Don't test me. This one has Legacy Bite. This one has no legacy moves. So I could get rid. That's 4. Okay, are you happy now? This one is another one. Ooh, it's old though. It's an oldie. It's a 2016er. I think I might save this one for a lucky trade chance, just because I'm gonna rename this one trade, so it will be marked to be getting. It will be marked. Don't.
They haven't expanded the luckiness though to past the first 2 months.
I know it's not a guaranteed lucky. That's why I'm gonna trade it.
Okay.
I didn't name any of my guaranteed luckies trade.
Okay.
This one is a trade.
Okay.
All right. On to the next.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, where do we lose off? Okay, trade. Oh, I need to unstar that. Okay. All right. Growlithe 96. I don't care how low its CP is. Okay, yeah, it can go actually.
I was gonna say you already have another 96. That's way better.
I'm never gonna do anything with that Growlithe.
Okay.
This Arcanine. It's a 98. Super low CP.
You already have hundos. And 96s and legacies.
I conceded on the 96. I'm keeping the 98. It's a 98.
Are you going to power it up ever?
I am keeping it. No more questions.
So now.
All right. Now.
You're going to mass select those.
Transferring.
All the unstarred ones.
93s that I selected. There's one there and there. Okay. So that is 5 Arcanines that I am clearing out. That I don't necessarily want to, but they don't have anything that's worth keeping them because I have better stuff and more legacy moves.
Click the button.
That's a lot of Growlithe candy, my friend. That's 250 Growlithe candy down the drain. That's a lot of Growlithe candy.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, man.
Click the button.
All right. This is for you guys. This is so you don't have
5 more slots.
So
I think we're up to like 10. This is amazing. We're making so much progress right now.
I need to make sure that my Do Not Disturb is on before we continue. All right, here we go. Continuing on.
We're like halfway through. Of Gen 1. We're gonna split this.
Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. I don't have more than 3 of each. I'm not justifying these. I don't care. Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam. Alakazam is my favorite Pokemon, so y'all can suck it.
If I hear that excuse any other time,
nope. Alakazam and Gengar are top 2, and Haunter top 2.
No, that
and Mewtwo I will not. We'll get to. Look.
Okay, skip past Alakazam.
Look,
well, I'll allow you your Alakazams because it's your favorite.
3. I've got 3 Alakazams that all have legacy moves and 3 regular. So one of which is a hundo. They're all above 90.
That's fine.
You can suck it.
Okay. Machop.
This Abra, I will actually probably evolve this Abra all the way up to Alakazam and then transfer it at some point just to get the lucky form on the decks because I don't need another 91. I don't need another 91. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I already have another Abra that's.
But why wouldn't you just trade that 91 out, the one that's not lucky, and leave your lucky
Okay.
91.
Well, you put it that way, you make me look like an idiot. Okay. Oh, because this one's a guaranteed lucky trade. Suck it. That's why.
Okay.
Never question Alakazam. All right.
Machops.
Machop. I will not get rid of any of these because there will almost undoubtedly be a Machop community day because Machamp is such a high-prized Pokemon. I know it doesn't ever Mega Evolve. It's not a starter, but Machamp has been so meta-relevant for so long. I think if they were going to give it a shiny form, they would have done it during one of the fighting events or something already. I think they're waiting for a community day, so I will not get rid of it. I want to have as many of the special move Machamps as I possibly can, so none of these Machops are going anywhere.
Okay.
However, with Machamps that I already have, there are 3 that are on the chopping block, essentially. This is my highest Machamp. I've got 2 96s. This one has the ideal moveset, and this one has, I think,
Legacy
dual legacy, honestly. Machamp. Both Karate Chop and Cross Chop. So this one is dual legacy, and it's a 96, and it's maxed out. Obviously, I'm never getting rid of this.
Okay.
And then this is my only other maxed out Machamp, so he's not going anywhere, and he's got the ideal DPS moveset. So neither of those Machamps are going anywhere. However, I could concede these crummier ones that are 93s. So I've got Raid, and I probably Raid. So these are all Raid Machamps.
Are
93s,
you using them right
I am
now?
not going to use them. I don't need them. I've got plenty of fighting Pokemon. I really don't need them. I could trade them to Sparky or something because
Sparky loves Machamp.
She loves Machamp. So I honestly,
But you better name them Sparky and trade them to her when you see her.
I could trade them all to her all at once too because.
Yep.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
So Sparky, you're getting some
I'm gonna
Machamps.
unstar these. They're all gonna be there. I'm gonna name them all Sparky.
And he's gonna do it this week or whenever he sees you.
Next time I see you, Sparky, I'm gonna trade you all 3 of these Machamps.
He's going to do it.
In hopes
If
that you get.
if you don't do it when you see her,
what?
will you promise that you're going to transfer them then?
No, I'll just do it. There's
Okay.
no.
Well, I'm going to hold you to it.
Sparked. No, not sparked.
I'm gonna hold him to it, everybody.
He's
You
gonna
heard it
try.
here.
He's gonna try to hold me to it. Okay. So those 3 are on the chopping
Okay.
block to go to Sparky. Hopefully, one of them becomes a hundo for you, Sparky. My fingers are crossed. All right. Now we've got the Bellsprout. There's
That's fine.
no justification needed. I have 1 of each. Tentacruel. I don't even have any Tentacools. I'm not gonna go into that. Geodude, Graveler, Golem. Okay. So Golem has been one of the best rock attackers. It was like basically the only thing you wanted to use against the birds for the most part until Tyranitar got smacked down. I have 1 hundo. I've got 1 of each Geodude. I don't have an Alolan Graveler, but that doesn't really matter. And the 2 I have are 96s, and then I've got 1 Alolan Golem that was from Chicago that will go nowhere. That was a Go Fest Golem. It's going nowhere. These other ones, there's 1 hundo, 2 96s, a 98 that's not powered up, and 1 with legacy moves.
A 91 I see in there.
Yeah. But I spent a lot of dust on that 91. Because this 91 is almost maxed out. So
That's fine.
and it's from the first year. These two I've also definitely spent dust on. That's a Disney one. I don't think. What is the legacy move on this? Because honestly, I don't know.
Maybe Ancient Power.
Yes. So Mud Shot and Ancient Power are both legacy. Ancient Power is actually the highest DPS move that Golem can learn. So I've actually invested dust into this one specifically because I remember using it when the birds came back. I was like, well, I'm going to invest in this one because he's actually the highest DPS rock Golem available because Rock Throw and Ancient Power are the 2 best rock moves. So that's why that one's not going anywhere, obviously. Now these other
golems are useful.
Golems are useful.
I'm not gonna argue with you on that. I have more golems. I have a lot of golems too.
If I hadn't powered any of these up, like
Then
this
maybe,
this 93, even though it's actually this one's a birthday Pokemon.
Okay.
From Disney, so that one's also not going anywhere.
That's fine.
This one could get thrown out, but I've spent dust on it, so I don't know.
We'll move on.
We'll skip it. Ponyta.
Shiny Ponyta.
I have no Ponytas. I had 5 shinies. I already traded one away, and then Rapidash. They're all 98s or 96s, with the exception of this one that I believe has dual. Oh no, just Ember. Okay, so Ember and Drill. Okay. It has 1 legacy move, but it's legacy and it's old.
But that 96.
What about it?
You have 3 98s. Do you really
it has
need
Ember.
96?
Suck it,
Oh,
Trebek.
it's a legacy? Okay.
Suck it, Trebek. Unknown legacy. What up now? Come at me, bro. Rapidash says,
you see how this is going?
You can
see how this is going.
Suck it.
Okay. We're
And
good with the Rapidash family.
The other
then.
3 are fine. They're not going anywhere.
Slowpokes.
Slowpoke and Slowbro. Now,
Slowbro Mega Evolves. I understand that.
Yeah. So Slowbro Mega Evolves. The 393s that I have are higher than basically all the other Slowbros I have, except for the 100.
Okay.
This is my first ever Slowbro. He will go nowhere.
Okay.
Then I have this 84 and 291s. So
possibly some space. Possibly.
Okay, and there's no legacy. And there's no legacy moves on Slowbro. Okay, so if I wanted to keep 3, it would be the 89, one of the 91s, and the Hundo. So I could get rid of 2 of these Slowbros. Oh, I've already okay. Look, I already unstarred the 84. So
okay, so you're already planning.
The 84 was already basically on the chopping block. Now it's between the 291s. I'm going to appraise each of these in turn. That one's from 2016. Oops. And the other one is, okay, so they're both from 2016. This one's a Christmas Eve one. I'm more prone to keep that just because, honestly, because of the date and because I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. This one is max defense, and the first one is also defense. Okay, so I can get rid of this one. So that's 2 Slowbros.
2 more spots.
2 Slowbros.
Are we making it 12?
2 Slowbros gone.
We're making it 12 slots right now?
Yeah, but that doesn't include the 3 that I've got for eggs. As far as the overall storage.
Well, that's what I mean.
So
we've gotten rid of 12
gotten
right
rid
now.
of 9 because I had 3 open. Gotten rid of 9 Pokemon.
Oh, okay. I thought we had more.
No, I had 1497 when we started.
Okay.
So we've gotten rid of 9. We've already gotten rid of 9 Pokemon. I had 3 to trade for Sparky, and then a couple others that I marked for trade already. So Magneton, all of these have legacy moves except for this 91. So they pretty much go nowhere.
Okay.
And Magnezone is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know if I want to evolve any of the ones with legacy moves to Magnezone.
So you can evolve the 91.
So I'll use this one and evolve that to Magnezone.
Okay.
Farfetch'd. I've got 3 Hundo Farfetch'd and one that's 13 CP. The other one's top tier. I'm not justifying keeping Farfetch'd. It's a regional Pokemon. All of these are from that 48-hour event. I'm not getting rid of any of them. Dodrio. I only have 2.
Okay.
That's nothing. Seals. I've got my 2 best Seals, and then all of my Dugongs are legacy, and I have 3. We're not going to go into justifying those. Grimer and Muck, I've cut back significantly. I used to have way more of each of these.
Because they were rare. I was the same way.
Yeah,
they were rare.
they were super rare. Anything I think I had.
Now they've been.
I think
spawning.
anything 89 or up, I was keeping. Now at this point,
I've seen them.
I've
more
cut
often
these back,
too.
so I only have 6 total Grimer Mucks. So those are fine. Cloyster Shelder, 1 shiny, 1 hundo Shelder, and 196. None of those are going anywhere. Cloysters.
You probably had them because they were good ice attackers for dragon types.
Yeah, but I never invested dust in the Cloyster ever.
So is there some of these Cloysters that you can get rid of?
Well, the shiny goes nowhere.
Okay.
Legacy move goes nowhere.
Hundo.
And then Hundo goes nowhere. And then I've got 2 93s and a 96.
Could your 93s go?
I don't know.
Or your 96?
That's a raid boss catch. I could probably let's just pull it up again to make sure. Cloyster. Okay, so Icy Wind and Blizzard are the only. So that has neither of those. So honestly, I could get rid of that Cloyster, as well as this one. So that's 2.
And your 96 maybe, because you have a hundo and a legacy and your shiny.
No. Because
that still leaves you with 3.
No, because the 90. No, why would I get rid of that? The 96 is my second highest IV. I'm not going to get rid of a 96 when the other ones aren't better.
So
than
the 293s or 90, 293s you can get rid of.
Yeah, and honestly, I shouldn't even get rid of these 93s because then I could have a team of 6 Cloyster.
Why would you ever have a team of 6?
Why not, bro?
That is the worst suggestion.
How much
for this
Shelder?
game.
Okay, all right.
Just.
I'm gonna get rid of 2 Cloyster.
Yep.
And you're gonna leave this be. Bye, Cloyster. I will forever miss you. And we've got 2 more slots. Okay. Now.
The 2 Ghastlies and 2 Haunters I'll let you have.
Yeah. Ghastly is my best Ghastly. It stays. Haunter has a legacy move, and the other is my best Haunter. Gengars. All of these. You know what? Gengar's my second favorite Pokemon, and I'm not justifying a single thing about Gengar.
He almost cussed again.
Yeah, I did. I almost swore again. This one's Shadow Claw. It goes nowhere. It's maxed out. This one, I believe Dark Pulse is Legacy. Yeah, so Dark Pulse is Legacy, so it goes.
That's fine.
It goes, and it's so that one's my double. That one's a double Dark Gengar. Double Dark Gengar with Legacy. The first one, I've got 3 hundos in there. Those are going. What, guys? The shinies aren't going anywhere.
Gengars, I'll let slide.
This one, and then all the other ones, I believe that aren't Legacy are the 2 from that day that have from Gengar Day. So all the other ones are staying.
I'm going to let him have his Gengars.
This one's one that I evolved and never renamed from Haunter. So those stay. Onyx. Now, Onyx is special because I also believe that Onyx is going to inevitably get a Community Day because Steelix Mega evolves. And I'm not justifying getting rid of any of these Onyx. I've got 1 hundo sitting there, 96s, 98s, a lucky 98. And then my lowest one is an 87, but it has Iron Head, which it can't learn anymore, I believe.
What about that 93?
What about it?
If you have all your 96s,
it's gonna learn a special move, man.
You think?
As Steelix, and I'm not gonna get rid of it.
You think they're gonna do that?
Yes.
They've always only ever done 3 evolution Pokemon for.
No, they haven't.
Well, Pikachu, I guess.
Yeah,
was the only one.
Boom, in your face.
Okay.
There's been other ones that weren't 3 evolutions.
Almost every single one has been 3 evolution.
Well, what we had? Well, the first was.
Pikachu,
we're not going to go.
Yeah,
we're not going to go into it.
Yeah,
I'm not justifying. Steelix Mega evolves.
Hypno.
I'm keeping it until the shiny Onyx has been released. Outside of a Community Day, I will not get rid of any of these Onyx.
Okay.
Suffice it to say that. Hypno. I don't have any Drowsies, and then 3 of these 2 of them are hundos, and the other ones are all legacy moves, and the one's a 96. Those are going nowhere. Krabby Kingler, I've only got 4. We're moving on. Voltorb Electrode, I've got 3 of each. I'm not justifying it. Voltorb is sexless. So is Electrode. I don't know if they have legacy moves or not. Frankly, Electrode, Tackle, but I don't think it. I think I would have marked these guys. So Spark, Volt Switch, and Volt Switch. So none of those are legacy moves. I'm still not gonna get rid of them.
Okay.
Execute. I only have one Hundo and 196. Executors.
Used to be top tier. Not as
I
much
have
anymore.
3 Alolans.
Okay.
And then, let's see, 196 that's maxed out. And then only 3, I guess 3, and then 2 with legacy moves.
Is that 89?
It's probably guaranteed lucky. No, it's not.
Is that a slot? Is that a slot you could have?
What is the legacy? What? Hang on. Confusion and Zen Headbutt. Okay. I mean, I could probably stand to lose that one Executor.
Let's say we do it.
Okay.
One more space.
I can clear out one. I'll clear out this Executor. I will clear this one right now.
Progress, guys.
Right,
Progress.
one more out. All right, Cubone.
Shiny's fine.
Yeah,
The one you have normal
I have
fine.
196, two
Two
Marowaks
Alolas.
that are 96, 98, and then 3 of the regular ones.
Okay.
I'm not getting rid of those. Hitmonchan, I only have 2 of each.
Okay.
Licky Tongue, we've got Licky coming out shortly. That 80% lucky one I will evolve and then transfer once Licky is out.
Okay.
As far as these other ones,
I see an 87 lingering there. And
yeah,
unless that's
I think that's a guaranteed lucky. That's why. Otherwise, I would have unstarred that one before. So that one's guaranteed lucky trade. So I will save that one for somebody, and then the other 4. I mean, I'll probably evolve the 2 highest to Licky, I would imagine, and then leave the 289s. So that at that point, I'll only have 4 total anyway. So I think that's fine, leaving Licky Tongues where they are.
Okay.
I don't even have a single coughing. I've got 2 wheezing. Those stay. Rhyhorn, Rhydon. Now this was something I've actually gone back and forth on quite a few times. I used to have Rhydon used to be like Arcanine, where I used to have like 12, 15 of them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I've already condensed those down significantly. We have Rhyperior coming, so I'm not going to.
That's fine.
Justify.
I totally.
I'm gonna leave those
totally
as they
fine.
are, because I'll probably evolve. 3 of the 90. I'll probably evolve all the 96s and the Hundo to Rhyperior or something like that, and then leave the 291s or the 91 and the 80, because this 89 is one that I maxed out. This one was I maxed this out for a weird reason. I was doing testing. It was when they changed. They changed the CPs of something. Oh, it was. You know what it was? It was when Ho-Oh came out, either the first or second time, and they screwed up its CP, kind of like they did with Giratina or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was testing it to see if you powered it up, because there was, I can't remember exactly what it was.
You could like go over the
but
amount
you
that it was
could,
supposed
yeah,
to.
you could get a Ho-Oh that was way above what it was supposed to be, and then they reverted the stats back later. And so I was testing to see if a sub 100 or a sub-optimal other Pokemon, when powered up at that time, was going to go over the limit. And this was just a ride-on that I had sitting there that I tested it on. But I maxed it out, so I'm not, I spent a lot of dust on it, so that one's not going anywhere.
So now Chansey's coming up. I know the reason people hoard Chanseys is because you can throw them in gyms.
Chanseys are good. I used to have like 12 or 16 Chanseys. I've already cut these back significantly. These are my top 7, and I'm just going to keep them to drop them on it. Because if I can't drop a Blissey on a gym, the next one up is Chansey, and then you go from there. Tangela, that 82 I will evolve to Tangrowth, so I've got the Lucky on the Dex, and then we'll transfer it. And then after that, I only have 5, so, and then I think this 89, it's an older one, but it's a hatch. I could potentially get rid of the 89, but I don't know how many. I mean, I'm going to at least evolve those top 3 to 10 growth, the Hundo, the 98, and the 93. So I'll probably end up with 2 Tangela after that point. So I'll probably leave those there. Kangaskhan. I've already got 3 of those marked for trade. I don't need to justify hanging on to 3 Kangaskhan. Including the one that is Leet that I hatched.
Okay.
So I'm including that one as a trade. I marked it for trade.
He's already letting go a little bit. He's giving a little bit of wiggle room.
I'm already letting go. Horsey, Seadra. I've got 4 of them. I don't really need to go into that. Goldeen and Seaking. I'm not.
Yep.
Nah. Star you, Star me. Okay. The lowest one I have is an 84 here. Why? Oh, okay. Hidden power is probably why.
See, just so everybody knows, I know the Gen 1 for him, he's actually cleaned up quite a bit.
Gen 1 is nostalgia.
So this first one is a little more organized and trimmed down already for him.
I've already gone through this several times and made, you know, obviously I've had to constantly, like every time there's been a community day or a new shiny event or a new legendary, I've had to go through and delete Pokemon. I've deleted hundreds of legendary Pokemon, including Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, Rayquazas, Groudons, Kyogres, Ho-Oh, Lugia. I've deleted, you know, all the beasts, Raikou, Suicune, and the Entei.
I've gone through and done some stuff.
I've gone through and deleted a lot.
If this is something, if you guys are still listening at this point, and this is something that you want us to do for Gen 2 and 3,
oh no, it's not
a series.
This is not a question. We're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently we're doing it. We're gonna end this at the end of Gen 1, so we're almost there. But you know,
okay. Starmie. The Hundo's not going anywhere. The 98's not going anywhere. Quick Attack, Tackle, or Psybeam. I don't think any of these have that.
So maybe some room.
Okay, that one.
Maybe some space.
Maybe.
Your 84. What was that one?
What was this one?
Does it?
It's got Hidden Power Ground. It's not an impossible move to get, but I mean, there's so many Hidden Power options.
Yeah, isn't it always Hidden Power Ground on Starmie?
I don't know.
Hidden Power is already the same type for that Pokemon all the time.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's how Hidden Power works in this game specifically.
I've got Suicune that would disagree.
Hidden Power that's different types?
Yeah. Hidden Power. Okay, Hidden Power Grass there. I know we're diverting from where we were.
We're doing some fact checking right now.
Okay, Hidden Power Fire.
Okay.
On that one. This is why I kept the Suicune's Hidden Power Bug.
But
Hidden Power Dragon.
Are you really going to use Hidden Power Rock, Starmie?
Hidden Power Ground.
Okay, go back to Starmie.
And Hidden Power Dragon
Got
again.
it, okay. The question is, are you really going to use Hidden Power Ground, Starmie? Is that enough justification?
I mean,
to hold on to it.
I'm not going to use it. It's my highest CP Starmie, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, then what about your other? Well, that was a horrible IV one though, because it's not just about the CP; it's about the IVs. Because you could power up other ones.
Correct. So I've got 391s that I could probably part with here. I could probably part with the 84 or key. I mean, I could probably part with the 91s and the 84 if I'm really honest. So you know
how
what?
often are you using Starmie?
Never. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. None of those have legacy moves, and I've got 98s and a hundo. So we're gonna go again. We're gonna go ahead, go against what I want to do here. I'm just double checking, and one more. Oh, this one's got Hidden Power Dark, bro.
Are you going to use Hidden Power Dark Starmie? Or
Are
would you use a better Dark type Pokemon?
I always use Starmie. Starmie is actually the only when I battle gyms.
The only dark type
yeah,
attacker.
when I battle gyms, Starmie is the only Pokemon I use. All right, here we go. I want to double check something really quick. Okay, that one's got hidden power electric, which is kind of cool. This one has water gun, and this one has water gun. Okay. All right. That's
two,
four
three,
more.
four.
That's 4 more spots.
4 more spots. We're making progress.
To the professor you go. And I guarantee you the day after this comes out is when they give us more storage.
It's good to clean up anyway, though.
Mr. Mime. I've got 3 of those. We're skipping it. Scyther. My lucky one has a legacy move. Plus, Scyther's the same as Onyx for me, where they're probably Scizor Mega evolves. Its shiny form has not come out until the day that happens. None of those Scythers go anywhere. I only have 3 Jinx. We're about to get Electivire. Mm-hmm. I've got 198 Electabuzz. All the others are 89s, and I think that's a lucky. That one could go if need be. Okay, so I've got 2 that could go unless somehow they also have legacies, but I don't think so. No, there is no legacy moveset for Electabuzz. So if I was going to keep 2, it would be the 98 and the guaranteed lucky, and then I would just evolve the 98 to Electivire. But I'd also like to have more options for Electivire, so we're going to move on. Magmar, same thing. We've got Magmortar coming any day now. The 2 Hundos will obviously get evolved, and I've got 296s, 293s. We're just going to leave those. Pinsir. Now, Pinsir is in the same boat as Onyx and Scyther, where Mega Pinsir is a thing. Obviously, now that Shiny Pinsir has been released, Pinsir is not going to get its own community day. However, I'm only holding on to 3 Pinsirs. They're all 91s, and then the other 4 are Shinies.
Okay.
So that's fine in my opinion. Tauros. 2 Hundos, a 98, a 96, and a 93. I've got 5 total. That one is a high probability of a lucky chance. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to unstar it. I'm going to make sure it doesn't have legacy moves.
And mark it as trade.
And I will mark it for a trade. Okay, no legacy moves available, and I will mark this one for trade just because its lucky chance is high because it's a very old Pokemon. So that one's unstarred and marked as trade. Magikarps. Okay. So if we want to look at Magikarp and Gyarados, I'm not going to get rid of any Gyarados because I think this was the first one I evolved, and it's a Disneyland one.
Okay. It's
a 91. Gyarados is, I know I've got thousands of Magikarp candy, but it's super expensive to evolve these.
But Magikarp.
What about? What about
it? Got a ton of Magikarp there.
Yeah, I got a ton.
Is there a reason you're not evolving some of these high ones?
I mean,
you can't be expecting a community day with it.
I've got one. Yeah, Shiny's out. I've got 2 Shinies. I've evolved 1 and maxed it. No, there's no real reason that I'm hanging on to even any. Oh, I need to save one of the lucky Magikarps. I need to evolve one of those to get the lucky on the decks. The other ones I can mark for trade, I suppose. This one's a double XL, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark it as an XL for trade.
We'll actually do a trade after this because I need some XL Magikarps.
I will mark it as an XL. Well, do you have XL for me?
I have an XL Magikarp.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah.
All right, so that's an XL.
See, we're gonna help each other out.
Okay, this one is extra small, so I could just straight up transfer this one, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And the others are 96s, and then that one's either a 93 or 96. I'd have to invest, and this one's a 91 or 96, but I'd have to invest dust into both of those to find out. I guess I could just mark that because I'm never gonna invest that dust, you know.
Yep.
And I've got a 96.
keep the 96, 98 one I see down there if
Yeah.
you really want to.
Okay. So
But
I'll
do the
have a
93,
90. I'll
96.
have yeah. Okay.
And the 91, 96.
All right.
We're going to make some progress.
This
right
one's
now.
extra large. I'll trade it. Okay. All right. So. Okay. All right. So I can get rid of these two, and then I've got 2 for trade. So long, farewell.
2 more
Auf
spaces.
Wiedersehen, goodbye.
2 more spaces, everybody.
Okay,
We're almost there.
Lapras is rare.
Yeah.
Half of the ones I have are Legacy Movesets.
Okay.
Dittos, I used to carry like 12 or 15 of these. I've already cut it down to my top 6. 2 of them are lucky. Those are going nowhere. EVs, I've gotten rid of everything that is not shiny and sub 93. There are a lot of shinies in here. I've got a few hundos, either from field research or wild catches. But I'm saving those for future evolutions. And then really, other than that, I've got 190. Because how many more that we've got? Leafeon and Glaceon this gen, right?
Yep, and then Sylveon in Gen 7.
Okay, so 3 more evolutions.
If there's not another one that's added in Gen
So 3
9
more evolutions.
or
I
Gen 8.
have 4 hundos. So I have enough hundos for each of the I can do the nickname trick. So I guess I could probably just get rid of these 93s if I'm being perfectly honest, right?
Unless you want to... The
'Cause
EVs I understand holding on to real quick until we find out the evolution process for Glaceon, Leafeon.
Because I have 98. I've got 4 hundos, 2 98s, and 1 96 of EV. And then all the rest are shiny. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 93s I could get rid of. I've already gotten rid of everything else up to that point. So 93 was my kind of holding point.
I personally for EVs am holding on to some until I'm allowing you the pass on EV.
All right, and then I've only got three Vapes, 3 Jolts, 5 Flareon, but 2 of them are Legacy, and then the other 3 are all higher. So that's how I justified that. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Porygon, we're about to get Porygon Z. So Porygons aren't going anywhere. Almanite, I've got 1 shiny. And then my other 2 best remainings. And then 3 Omastar. Kabutops, I've got 196. 1 Hundo. What is this one? It's Ancient... Okay, hang on.
Possibly another Legacy move. We're finding out.
No, okay. Ancient Power... So Fury Cutter is the only legacy for Kabutops. So this one must have Fury Cutter. So this one has Fury Cutter. This one's another 89. Mudshot Stone Edge. It's old. I could mark it for trade or just straight up delete it. Unless somebody wants a chance at a...
That other Kabutops in the middle.
Yeah, this one I don't even know why why is it not appraised? Attack exceeds. We're going to actually appraise this one right now. 14, 16, 78, 2500 attack. So this one's only an 80. Why do I have...
No idea. See? Things you don't even... The
Okay.
more you know.
All right, so...
2?
Should I just straight up get rid of it?
I would straight up get rid of them.
Okay. Farewell, Kabutops.
2 more spaces, everybody.
So now we've got like almost even with Almanite because I don't have any shinies of those. So Aerodactyls, I've got my 3 best ones and 1 shiny.
Okay.
I don't need to justify that. Snorlax,
6 is fine. That's
Snorlax,
I'll
and
give
four
you
of them
that.
and 4 of them have Body Slam, and then the 2 others are my highest ones. So those aren't going anywhere.
the birds.
Articuno. Okay, so here's my rule with legendaries that I will forever be firm on and will never, ever, regardless of storage space, roll back on. I will keep 12 of every legendary Pokemon in this game. Now, if I have a shiny, I will increase that pool by the amount of shinies that I have. So that means I should have 13 Articunos, but it looks like I've got like 15, 16. Okay. I've got 12. Yeah, I've got 16 Articunos. One of them's lucky that I got from you.
Okay.
So the lucky one obviously isn't going anywhere.
I know some of them do have the move.
The 290. Oh, that might be why.
There
that
could
might
be a few
what,
more
that's,
that were added.
That's what happened.
I know Articuno had the move added to it
That's what
afterwards.
happened. The ones with Hurricane are why I bumped up. Is why I'm holding on to more than I normally would. So I should have, what did we say, 13 of these? So that would be the lucky one included plus a shiny. So I should have 12, 13. So that means I've got 3 extra ones that have Hurricane somewhere.
Because Hurricane was the
So
second
that's
go round for birds.
Yeah. So that one, there's one Hurricane there. I'm
There's
sure.
a few
I'm
Hurricanes
sure
in there,
that's why.
Yep, another
2,
Hurricane there.
3. Okay. Yeah. So that's probably it. It's
Okay.
probably those 3, the 3 extras that have Hurricane, and then it's my 12 best, and then the 1 shiny. Okay, that's why.
Okay,
That's why that's
justified there.
Okay. Zapdos is probably going to be a similar story. So I've got how many shinies? I think I've got 3 or 4. I've got 4 shiny Zapdos. So that means 12
By
plus
that
4,
rule,
12 plus 4,
16.
16. So right there is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
With 2 that probably have the
So-
Thunder Shock or whatever it was.
Yeah, more than likely. And it's 2 that are already unstarred, actually. So these 2 are actually already unstarred, which means I was reserving them for trade, probably. Because they are Thunder Shock is Legacy for Zapdos. That was only available during that special event. And then I probably have, like, obviously the shiny ones should all have that. And then there's probably a couple in here otherwise.
Or the initial. Those were the initial days, I'm sure.
Yeah, most of these are raids, and then the good ones that have Thunder Shock. So that's why. So I already have 2 unstarred. I should mark them as trade, just so that when I type trade into the thing, it comes up. Yeah, teed.
That's the other thing to look for, is that I know in your storage you have a lot that are marked for trade.
Yeah,
and that's taking up your space.
Yeah, I
until you
have
trade them.
several that are marked for trade. So those are 2 Thunder Shock Zapdos, which will bring it down to the proper number for Zapdos. And I've got 2 freaking hundos of this thing. It's just like it's the only bird that I have that's a hundo. And this one's Thunder Shock. So this one will actually be better than this one when I max it out. So
Okay, Moltres.
okay, Moltres. Almost
We got to grind through the last of this.
almost through here.
Almost through.
So Moltres. Moltres, I think I only have 1 shiny, 2 shiny. So I got 2 shiny Moltres. So that means, oh god, I got way too many Moltres. So that means I should have, 14 Moltres? Okay, so I've got, right now, that's 12, 14, 17, 20, 21, 24. Okay, I've got way too many Moltres.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go through that on another day.
We'll go through the Moltres after this.
The Moltres. It's gonna be the
we
sky.
do
It's gonna be
realize-
Sky Attack. There's gonna be some Sky Attacks in here, or not.
There's the Sky Attack.
Okay, the shinies have Sky Attack, obviously, and
The
then,
other ones
and then
have
some of the
Overheat
high,
and
and then
stuff,
some
yeah.
of the higher ones. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to go through and decide
Yes.
what I want to do with Moltres. That's gonna be a burden for another day. Dratinis.
Shiny's excluded.
Shiny's excluded. I've got 3 Dratinis. That's fine. Only 1 Dragonair. It's shiny. Dragonites, I'm just never going to get rid of. They're too expensive.
Mewtwo's, me and you got very lucky with Mewtwo's
Okay.
as far as TMing to Shadow Ball.
Yeah, Mewtwo is not going anywhere. Almost all of so any of the ones that are marked with simply an L means they either have Shadow Ball or Hyper Beam. I think the 3 lowest ones have Hyper Beam, and all the rest have Shadow Ball. as well as I was able to TM almost all my Mewtwo's
To have Shadow Ball.
to have Shadow Ball.
I was able to do the same during the
I've got 20. I've got 23 Mewtwo's. But these are all valuable trades. The 96 is maxed out. I'm going to scroll through all these individually. 96 is maxed out with Shadow Ball. That's the first one I powered up. It's not going anywhere. The next one is a 93 with Shadow Ball. The one after that, 91 with Shadow Ball. Those are weather boosted. This one's a 98 with Shadow Ball that I was able to TM. This one's a lucky one that I was able to TM. That's a 96 with Shadow Ball. That's super valuable. 93 with Shadow Ball. Another 93 with Shadow Ball. Another 93 with Shadow Ball. Another 93 with Shadow Ball. And, okay, now we've got a 93 with Hyper Beam. A 91 with Psychic. So this one is probably, I mean, obviously it's still going to be a trade. I'm not going to transfer any more Mewtwo's. I'll still trade this one to somebody. It's a 91. You know, maybe do a guaranteed lucky trade for it with somebody that's done less than 10 trades. We've got Shadow Ball again with a lower, and these are, and now it's getting into the lower IV ones. So this is a Shadow Ball again, another Shadow Ball, Focus Blast 91. Okay, this was one of the last ones that I didn't. This one I just
didn't get to.
I just didn't get to TM
we ran
it.
out of TMs.
But that one's still going to be a tradable one. This one is another Shadow Ball, another Shadow Ball, another Shadow Ball, and the story continues with either Shadow Ball or Hyper Beam until the end of the Mewtwo's here. And then ending on Hyper Beam, Hyper Beam, Hyper Beam. So a bunch of Hyper Beams. And then the very last one, which you can't transfer even if you want to for Gen 1. It is Mew, nicknamed after Simply, one of my longtime supporters of the channel, who actually started following my channel during my quest for Mew. So that was special. And then Simply has been a follower and a mod and has donated and stuff like that. So nicknamed Mew, Simply Mew, for you, Simply. Hopefully you're watching this. Thank you for your continued support.
So that's
and
Gen
that
1.
wraps up Gen 1.
How many spaces do we have?
We officially cleared up 20. So we started with 1497, took it down to 1477. So that is 20 straight up transferred mons.
With several that are already marked for trade.
With several marked for trade.
That weren't before.
Weren't before. Those three Machamps to go into Sparky. I marked those 2 Zapdos. And then I marked a few more. I mean, we can go in and look at it here. So Gen 1. I'd already marked all those Squirtles and War Turtles. I marked that one old Growlithe. The three Kangaskhans were already marked. Tauros I marked newly, and then those 2 Zapdos. So that wraps up Gen 1. Cleared out 20 spaces with room for more. But man, the Pokemon hoarding is real, you guys. I am very hopeful that there is more storage in the works coming very soon, maybe even within the week. So hopefully that's a thing that happens. I know this ran really long. I knew it was going to, but Forrest, thank you for coming and helping me with, my hoarding issues.
Gen 2 is a lot easier. It's less Pokemon in Gen 2, so that's
Gen
part
2
of it.
is... we almost don't even need to do Gen 1 was the real hoarding issue. Gen 2 and 3 we could probably do in one video, to be perfectly honest, because I have so few of Gen 2 and 3 Pokemon.
We'll take that as it goes, but we'll see that episode soon.
We will pull that. We'll pull that in shortly. But yeah, once again, you guys, hopefully the storage is coming soon. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Forrest, thanks for hanging out, my friend.
Keep listening to the podcast. I know I am getting Pokemon Let's Go when it comes out this Friday, I believe it is, on the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday or Saturday. We will be trying to attempt at some point to give you guys footage of the Meltan box process that you get from that game.
Yep.
So we'll be able to kind of give you guys an in-depth look at that and our experience with it hands-on. And I'm also getting the Pokeball Plus that goes with it. So there's
All sorts of
those
goodies.
features that we'll be able to go in depth on. So pay attention for that. If you're really looking for features, obviously find me on the streets. Once we figure out the Miltank thing, I will hook everybody up that I can.
Find him in the streets.
Until then, though, I mean, we got more episodes of this coming along the way, but we'll see what new updates are down the line from Niantic as soon as they announce it.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Locohondro, he's Forrest, and we'll see you guys later.
Peace, Poke Trainers!